here's something I never thought I would ever say. Does Mark Kriske actually have a point? Let's play catch-up. Monday night, Howard Stern was on TV with David Letterman, and after we ran the clip, Mark said that Stern, because of his migration off of terrestrial radio to satellite radio, Stern had to a large degree lost his relevance. Well, that critique really got under Stern's skin, and he launched into a lengthy discussion about the merits of Mark. Here is some of what Howard Stern had to say.
There's so much irony in what he's saying there, because he's saying Dave put me on before anybody knew who I was, and now he's still putting him on, and he's disappeared. So it's kind of like he's on both ends.
Howard Stern, of course. All right, that's what Mark had to say.
By the way, how much worse stuff has Mark said over the years than that? That is nothing.
And the thing that's so funny is that was literally a throwaway line.
Yeah.
Well, that is a throwaway line that has been picked up and run with. Here now,
like
Howard Stern.
Mark Kriske, let me tell you something about my career. I'd rather put hot pokers in my eyes than be a lame weatherman in Los Angeles, you retard.
People make fun of...
Who the hell wants to be the weatherman? The weatherman's a joke. The weatherman can't even be... The weatherman can't even be the anchor man. You're the weatherman. You can only dream of greatness. You never will be great. You're an weatherman. The weatherman is nothing.
David Letterman was a weatherman.
First of all, it's the joy
Johnny
in
Carson
Sam
was a
Rubin's
weatherman.
face. You see the joy coming out of his
Wow.
eyes?
You didn't see him in the newsroom when this was all happening. He was literally like jumping out of his chair.
It's joy and envy, because I wish he was saying it about me.
No,
I think it's great to be.
You know what's going to be interesting, and I ask you guys also to do this, and we'll be fair with this. You know when we're going to be doing our daily things today, and people will come up to us, grocery store, wherever, or Starbucks, and go, "Wow, that was, there's going to be a little bit of a buzz about this." Ask them, did you hear about this on Howard's show, or did you see it on KTLA? And I guarantee you.
Oh, Gail, go ahead.
Gail.
She's bursting at the seams.
But now...
Go ahead, Gail.
Go, Gail. And I am a Howard Stern fan.
I'm on your side, Mark. Oh, me too. I'm on your side, too. But when he first jumped to satellite, I thought, oh, wait, I got to buy 2 different radio setups to hear this. And I said, well, you know what? Never mind. And then, of course, they've merged and whatnot. But I'm with you on this, Mark.
But people
He's
all
just
over
kind
the
of
country
disappeared.
now
I don't want to get in trouble.
know who Mark Kriske is.
Just disappeared.
Okay?
All right, let's listen to
Correct.
Let's listen to one more, and then we'll get to the crux of this. Here we go.
More people know my name, still, with me not being heard, than they know the name Mark Kriske.
Yeah, at least he had appeared once.
Here's the picture of Mark Kriske.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, he's
Here's the relevant Mark
the
Kriske.
Ken doll weatherman.
Mark Kriske's wacky approach.
Right, see, the court jester.
Yeah, quacky. You can see he's wacky with the facelift.
Okay, I think it is not a facelift, but rather
he has some information correct.
But Robin, I think, is hot for Mark Kriske. Number one, Robin.
The tension is just
tension's there.
unbearable.
Here's the question. All right, pretty funny stuff. But is the medium almost as important as the message? Though I think it is a really good idea. Satellite radio has not worked as a business. This is going to kill Howard Stern, but I bet you anything, on any given day, far more people hear Ryan Seacrest on the regular radio than Howard Stern on satellite radio.
Well, and it's really interesting what you say about that, because I get so frustrated when I'm in the car. We all spend time in the car, and it's so frustrating listening to local radio, trying to find music you want. You have to change stations 50 zillion times, and I often think I should get satellite radio, but the people that I know that have it, they're like,
and you know what's happening now, too.
Either,
and you know what?
know.
What's happening now, too, is, and this is only new, satellite radio's been, I don't know how many years now?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah,
but really what's
like
happening now is people in their cars, they're putting in the iPod plugs.
That's what I'm doing. And I get to pick what music
that's going to all of a sudden knock satellite radio even down. And the only place people listen to satellite radio really is in the car.
Yeah.
How many people do you know have a whole...
you don't listen to it.
Yeah, and the whole car industry is going upside down.
But the whole point of this, Mark, it's about you.
That's all that
bringing it back to what it's about.
Howard Stern took 20 minutes out of his morning to discuss
Me.
Mark Kriske. And do you know how many people Googled you today? Your Google count.
Ooh, let's
Oh, we should do that.
Oh, yeah, my Google count has got to be...
Way up.
Our producer, Lauren, loves this particular tape that she insisted upon, so here we go.
How do we do the Google count?
But I tell you what, Mark, you turd, come on this show and I'll ask you some meteorological type questions and we'll see what you know.
Yeah, see how you can get us out of the woods when the weather's going bad.
He's the weather bag, and look at him.
He's the weather guy who doesn't really know he doesn't know the weather.
Oh, well, they got
All
you
right.
there.
You know what?
Get us out of the woods,
I'm going to speak on Mark's behalf. We actually invited Howard to come on. He was unable to do that. Mark would be very happy to come on the Stern Show.
I would?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
There's nobody that knows his coastal eddy.
Right.
Mark
Yeah.
Christie.
Monsoonal moisture.
Mark will take a weather quiz, and I tell you what, Mark will not get 100%, but he'll do okay.
Yeah, I will.
No, let's not push that issue. Sam. Let's leave that.
I will
I got a
not
question, though.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Gail.
go ahead, Gail.
I got a question. You know, didn't Howard have a meltdown not long after he went to satellite radio and the numbers weren't what he expected?
He
Did
yelled
he
at
have a
his,
meltdown about this before, several years ago?
He was angry that not enough of his audience had migrated. The fact of the matter is, somebody did the math, and I'm going to be very vague with these numbers. If 10% or 20% of the terrestrial radio audience had all gone, then it would be a money-making enterprise. But enough of them did not go, and so he sort of yelled at his audience. He says that he's going to leave all media in a year and a half, which leads us to this question. KTLA.com, our poll question today, who do you think is more relevant? Mark Christie?
Oh, wow, that's
or
a
Howard
question.
Stern?
Wow.
Wow.
The gauntlet has been laid down. And like I said, I just asked you, and I ask you guys, if anybody says to you, oh, wow, I heard that Mark Christie, Howard Stern thing, just say, did you hear it on Howard Stern or did you hear it on the morning show? And I guarantee you at least 99.9% will say we heard it here, not on his show.
The squeeze continues between Howard Stern and Mark Christie. Mark really got under Howard's skin when he questioned the relevancy of Stern's work on satellite radio. Stern here this morning questions Mark's weather education.
First of all, Howard, he does weather in L.A. Weathermen are needed in L.A. 3 days a year.
Yeah.
So let me know if there's going to be a mudslide and shut up. Otherwise, it's 78 and sunny.
Yeah, and by the way, where's his weather knowledge coming from? The same place I get mine, Associated Press.
Radio and broadcasting. He didn't study meteorology.
No.
It's like rip and read.
Yeah, he gets his weather from the same
I
place
actually
I
took
do.
a meteorology course in college. I'm not a weatherman.
You'd be way better, Fred.
He gets his weather from the same place I do my BlackBerry.
I resent that.
Actually, it's an iPhone.
It's actually an iPhone, number one.
It's more accurate. Yeah.
There's three people working very hard on that weather
But
center.
the truth of the matter is, I opened the door and look outside the studio.
got you on camera.
It's raining. Who knew? You know? But you know, and like I said before, I was a fan. I am still a fan of Howard, Artie Lang. I used to listen when it was Jackie the Joke Man and Robin and everything and that. But it's just since he's gone onto satellite, you just don't hear the buzz about him anymore. And you know what?
And that is a fact.
I have satellite radio. I have Sirius.
Do you listen?
And I don't listen. And he's broadcast, I think, what, 24 hours on one of his channels? And I just stopped listening. And I, you know, I talk to people, and they just go, hey, did you hear what Howard Stern said? No. You know, it used to be yes.
Well, Wish on Twitter, when asked who is more relevant, Howard Stern or Mark Christie, she says that Mark Christie wins on the cutie pie scale.
Well,
there you go.
We have a lot of viewers coming to your defense.
and now this even meaner. Stern says Stern says someone on our team is even lower than the weather guy.
This is just wrong.
Guarantee you, Christie is going to be as irrelevant as anyone can be after they fire his ass after 2 or 3 years because they got to replace him with a hot chick and a mini dress.
Maybe one day he'll graduate to traffic.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Look, traffic is a little below the weather guy. A little
No! Don't pick on our women,
Not on
Virgin.
Twitter.
Now that is going too
It's a
far.
fine line because she gets upset and then she gets very angry.
Oh, look at
I knew it.
You shouldn't have done that, Howard.
You can imagine how that is going to play.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Guess what the KTLA Morning News at 9's water cooler buzz is about?
I can't imagine.
It's about this. KTLA.com/viewer info.
Eric had a great email.
This person wrote in, a viewer wrote in to say that Howard is not worthy enough to apply your Botox.
There you go. Yeah. That sums it all up.
That's the defense.
That sums it all up.